Welcome back to Bobby and JJ Radio. We're talking all about the 203K loan option and how to help renovate your home. First up, we have Trevor. He's our BFF and the VP of Business Development at Cachet Real Estate Finance.
I elected him.
You elected him? That's
I was his
good.
campaign manager.
Yeah. He's a true country boy. He loves to do that hunting, fishing, and loving every day.
Love him.
We love him. So we're going to get right into this. Trevor, tell all of our listeners what a 203K loan is.
Well, guys, a 203K loan is a renovation loan that you can use to both purchase a property and put work into it. The one we're specifically going to be talking about today is a streamline loan, and it's funded by FHA, and it has all the same standards that a regular FHA loan has.
Is there a minimum and a maximum to how much of a loan you can get with a 203K?
There's no official minimum, but typically the rule of thumb is if it's under $5,000 worth of improvements, it's really not worth your time to deal with it. The maximum on it is $35,000. Once you break that $35,000, you go into what's called a full-on 203K, and then you have to deal with HUD inspectors. You have to deal with a whole lot more paperwork than this streamline product.
And I know that there's a little bit that's in there for like a contingency, because sometimes contractors give a bid, but they end up finding more things to do.
That's right, Chantel. Anytime anybody that has actually done a renovation, you know that things happen that are unexpected, and they plan this out in the forefront when taking out this loan. So they actually put a 10% contingency that goes in there that's built into that $35,000 to make sure, just in case something else pops up, that you have some extra money to do it.
Would you say the rates would be comparable or compatible to maybe a regular FHA loan or a conventional loan, or would it be a little bit higher because you are borrowing money to fix up a house?
It's actually the same conforming rate as an FHA loan today. Same down payment, same qualification. It's all together. It's from the same guys over at the Housing Administration, so it's the same parameters.
And why do people people try to stay away from it? Most lenders don't want to touch it. Why?
That's correct, Bobby. A lot of your big box banks don't even do them anymore. Your Wells Fargo's, your Bank of America's, because it takes an educated and
they're not as smart as you, right?
Well, I was trying to phrase that properly, but
Hey, my husband works for Wells Fargo. Be careful what you say.
Like we were saying, you're smart.
Mic on mute, please.
it's a different mentality. With these big guys, they have one individual that does each individual piece of paperwork. With us, one person's handling the entire loan file, and we also understand new construction. At Cachet Real Estate Finance, is what we actually built a business on, so the 203K loan is just an easy extension of that.
Mm-hmm. I think Bobby can probably speak a little bit more on this, but the real estate market that we're in, if you're at a certain price point, you're probably going to need some renovations to your home. So this is perfect for those kinds of people, right? The people that are looking for these, homes that need rehab.
And I could throw this question out to Bobby real quick. What kind of market are we in today?
Definitely it's a seller's market. There's multiple offers everywhere. So
Bingo. So that house that has a blue bathroom and a green and pink kitchen, that the people that come in and look at it say, oh, I don't want that. I'd rather go look at someone else or something else. You can come in and see that home for what it could be, not what it is now, and use this loan to do those renovations, do that paint job, change out the old yucky commodes and bathtubs, fix some flooring issues that you may have coming up. We've had so many recent rainstorms, the hail damage, you may have hail damage to the roof. This could be used to fix that as well.
So, or you can just wait until it comes back in style, because everything comes back around.
But I don't know about that pink tile in the bathroom, though. That's a little rough.
So how does that affect the offer? Say the house is, just to throw out a number, say it's $300,000. Would you write up the offer exactly the same offer, $300,000, or would it be worked into the contract somehow? Where does it come in?
The contract has nothing to do with it. It comes in on the back end when we're doing the financing. You're going to pay that off for whatever you as real estate professionals negotiate it being, and we handle on the back end on how much the renovation is going to be, and then what the appraised value of the property is going to be afterwards. This is where you can actually gain some money in purchasing a property, because you may buy it for, let's say, $150,000. You plan on putting $30,000 into the renovations, and after the fact, it's worth $200,000. You just gain 20% equity on that side.
Well, but it still has to appraise. So somebody would have to come in and appraise it to find out that after you got all this money into this house, it still has to be worth at least what you have borrowed, correct?
Correct, Bobby. It's called an as-completed appraisal, and that's how we'd order it. Instead of just doing an appraisal on the property itself, we do an as-completed appraisal from the bid that Spencer gave us to show how much it's going to be on that side to bring it all together and get the appraised value.
What about pools? What if somebody wants to, because we keep talking about updating, but what about upgrading?
Now, there's a couple caveats in the 203K. And
Hold on, let me get a dictionary.
Not caviar, the fish eggs. This is actually holes, loopholes, if you will.
Thanks for breaking it down for Bobby. Yeah.
If the pool has some kind of issues that could be a trip hazard or unsanitary or something like that, to get it fixed and bring it up to what would be considered normal, it can be used for that. But to install a brand new pool, no, you cannot use 203K money for that. There's a couple things, ins and outs, and we can go over a number of them, but that's more something that's a good one-on-one to talk about.
All right, so Trevor, tell us how people can get in contact with you to get more information on how to purchase a home or maybe renovate a home.
Yes, ma'am. You can reach me at 210-725-1685. That's my personal cell number. Or you can look us up online at www.cachet, CACHET,
Okay, we'll be right back after a few minutes of actually Mortgage Matters with Trevor Morton, so you'll hear him again, and we'll be right back.